Welcome back. Now that Real ID requirements are in effect, it's coming with some scams. So Neil Schultz with the AARP Fraud Network Watch is here to give us the best practices for protecting yourself. Neil, thanks for being here today.
Good to be back.
So Real ID scams, it's something that I'm not too familiar with. I mean, maybe I'm on the minority in that sense, but can you just start off by telling me a little bit about what Real ID scams are?
Well, and if I'm here talking about it, you know it's a scam.
Yep.
It's a typical imposter scam. And what's an imposter scam? It's someone that purports themselves to be someone that they're not. In this case, you'll get a call or an email or a text message from someone that says they're with the DOT, and they'll let you skip the line. And if you haven't got your Real ID on your license yet, they'll fast track it for you. Everybody wants the short line in life. And so, but they're going to want your personal information, and of course they're going to want you to pay.
So a lot of these Real ID scams are saying if you're going to get a Real ID, correct? Or are there some for people who already have Real IDs that they're seeing scams?
These are mainly headed for people that haven't gotten them yet.
Okay.
And there's no shortcut to doing it. You have to go to the Iowa DOT. You have to get an appointment. You can't pay your way through it. And anybody that sends you a text or an email out of the blue, just about bet it's a scam.
Okay, so how are we verifying it? I know that there's a lot of ways to look through these text messages and just kind of be more cognizant, but what are some extra, specific ways that maybe would raise a red flag?
And that's a great point. Verify, verify, verify. Go to the known source. Go to the DOT website, see if they're actually, they have some kind of special program, which they don't, but don't ever trust an unsolicited text, email, or a phone call, because you just don't know the source. And in most cases, it's probably going to be fake.
Okay, so if you do fall victim to this, if you do fall for one of these scams, what could happen? And then after that, what are the steps you should take?
Well, first of all, they're going to want your personal information, because they want to verify who you are, of course, so you can get your ID. And they're going to want your money. So if you've given them credit card information, you want to shut that credit card down. You want to notify your credit card company and get a new card. Any personal information that you've given them in terms of your financial status or any of the credit cards or something you've used to verify yourself, you need to try to reel that back in and get everything canceled.
What are some common things that you have heard from other people, maybe they've told you or you've seen people experience when it comes to these scams?
Most of these scams, there's going to be a sense of urgency. You've got to do it, and you've got to do it right now. There's a shortcut to everything. They're going to want your personal information, or they're going to want your money. And they're going to want maybe in an atypical way that we pay our bills. They might want gift cards or crypto or something like that. But in most cases, they want your personal information.
Okay, and how does the AARP help people out in these types of situations?
Well, we have programs. We go all over the state doing programs for different groups. I've been in more libraries and church basements. We do programs for people to let them know how to be safe, all the new scams that are out there, and how to protect yourself.
Do you guys have any programs coming up or places where people could visit you anytime soon?
If you go to the AARP Iowa website, there'll be some on there. I've got a couple of them coming up for different private groups and that kind of thing. But if you want us to come out and do a program for you, call the AARP Iowa office and they'll be happy to schedule one.
Love it. I'm sure you're all over the place spreading all this information that people need to know right now.
Well, the scammers aren't going away.
Absolutely.
And they follow the headlines. So, and even while we're talking about it, if you get a text or an email or phone call wanting you to donate money for the fires, the floods, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, good point.
Go to that known source. Don't respond to some text message or phone call that you get out of the blue.
Yep, very good point on there too. A lot of scams going around, following the headlines. Neil, great information as always. Thank you so much for being here.
Good to see you, Danny.
All right.